Hello, hello. It's Success Coach Amy here with another flaming hot topic from Blaze, building a life with action, zen, and energy. We're talking teenagers today. So 3 of my 4 kids are teenagers. Yeah, video's over. Enough said, right? So I'm watching this documentary and I've been trying to learn a lot about the brain, specifically for 0 to 5-year-olds for my day job, but also teenagers for my kiddos at home. And my oldest is almost 23, so he still has a growing brain. So there is scientific evidence, research, that says that a person's brain doesn't fully develop until mid-20s. I can totally see that. It just makes a lot of sense. And we wonder why we're giving kids driver's license at 16, 17. Granted, they can vote at 18. That's probably one good thing. Drinking at 21, I don't know. Just changing those ages, is it really going to help? It might not. It's how you're raised. It's how you're being taught about all those different topics. So that's part of about being a teenager that I'm still struggling with. And I know a lot of people are. I talk to a lot of my friends who have teenagers. And of course, with this pandemic, again, it's May 2022, we're still in this pandemic. And also with all the technology going around. The other thing that I was thinking about is food and nutrition. I do not have any kind of nutrition degree. I hopefully will get some insight to some of these questions that I have regarding nutrition. But I am also convinced, just from the little bit of research that I've done, a little bit that I know, that healthier foods consistently, and yes, water, but healthier foods consistently will change your mood more positively, will help with your overall health. We still talk about kids being type 2 diabetes and a lot of other autoimmune diseases. And the research that I'm seeing from medical doctors and nutritionists is that better health, better nutrition can help with sleep, can help with mood changes, and just a lot of other challenges that kids are going through. So I am trying to do an experiment with my 13-year-old daughter. Ella, she's my baby. She will always be my baby. I will say she is my oops blessing because she was not planned. Came at just the right time in my life. I needed her. She's the only one who really looks like me. All my elementary school friends kind of joke, wow, she is so your mini me. And I love that. And she loves that too, which is a lot of fun to chat about. She's definitely got some challenges. And I feel really strongly that it has to do with her lack of good nutrition. The girl will not eat pretty much anything healthy. We have tried, even the no thank you bite. It doesn't matter. One bite's not going to help. And she just doesn't like anything. I also see that she has some sensory issues, like texture in her mouth. Certain foods just don't literally sit well in her mouth, and therefore she doesn't want to chew, let alone swallow. So we're working on all of that. But she's 13, so it's like, whew, where was I 5, 8 years ago? Didn't know all the stuff, learning. And again, the research that I've been finding lately is really pointing strongly to this, that nutrition is a huge part of the way the child's brain is growing. And so by the time they're a teenager, no, their brain's not set in stone. It still has like 10 more years to grow and learn. But it's really important to know all about that with nutrition. And sadly, I have been chatting with different pediatricians and nurse practitioners and other medical professionals, physician's assistant, I couldn't think of PA, and they don't get a lot of nutrition classes in college while they're in medical school because that's not their focus. Nutrition is not the focus when you're in medical school. And that is a real shame. I definitely think it should be. They should be talking a lot more about that now. A few years ago, there was talk about certain strict diets with kids with autism. I didn't follow that information. I don't know any details about that, but I've just heard a lot about it and started to make me think. So again, over the last few years, I've started to do some research, and the people that I really want to talk to are what I would call celebrities or influencers. But they're certified nutritionists, they're PhDs, they're psychologists, they're working with kids for 10, 15, 20 years. And those are the people that I want to talk to. So Dr. Nicole Berkins is definitely one of them. Her podcast is amazing. I get emails from her and, her wellness center. It's just unbelievable. And it's basic stuff. You don't even have to be a PhD or a doctor to understand all the things that she's talking about. She has amazing guests on her podcast, and a couple times she'll just do a podcast to answer a viewer question or anything like that. So check out Dr. Nicole Berkins' podcast. It's the Better Behavior Show. She's just amazing. And I don't know, maybe I'll write a letter to her finally. I've written a couple things on her Facebook. She comments right back, but nothing, specific, of course, because it's not like the diagnosis kind of thing. But I just feel really strongly that this is exactly what we need, is better nutrition. But how do we get that better nutrition if we're not even sure we can afford it? Because healthier foods have always been considered way too expensive, which is, I can't even, that's just ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. But again, cost of things has gone up. Again, May 2022, we're paying almost $5 a gallon in gas. So just to be able to get to the grocery store, let alone pay for all the stuff at the grocery store, really, really difficult. So it's hard to create menus and foods that kids will eat, let alone the whole family, that are nutritious. And it's really hard, again, to find that online. Most people will say, oh, you can just Google it and get on Pinterest and all the social media sites. And that's true, but you have to go what's best for your family. Now, if you have little kids, it's easier to train them to eat healthier. Doesn't mean it's going to work, but at least it's easier to train them. Once they're teenagers, it's really difficult. I have been talking about creating milkshakes and just throwing healthy stuff in there for my kiddos and putting food coloring in. But again, my Ella, she knows the texture. She's got that sensory, and that's really hard. But I'm still working on it. Working on it for myself too, because I definitely don't eat as healthy as I should. And that affects my brain because I'm 50 and I'm kind of going in the opposite direction than my kids are going in. So I'm trying to learn about nutrition for the 50 and older. I'm learning about nutrition for the teenagers. And then, like I said, for my daytime job clients, I have kids 5 and under, and they seriously need to make sure that they're eating healthy. And then again, their parents are in their 20s for the most part, maybe 30s. And if they didn't grow up with those kinds of healthy foods and those conversations, where were they going to learn it from if their parents and guardians and the adults around them didn't teach them? How are they going to know? So we got to get the word out. Everybody needs to eat healthier. We need to figure out ways to be able to afford it. And if that means creating your own garden, I am not a gardener. I did not get that gene from my parents, sadly. I have no problem getting my fingers dirty. I just don't find it relaxing. I find it a big chore, and I want to change that. And my 50-year-old brain is going to have to learn that we're going to try a vegetable garden. Even just one plant of cucumbers, one plant of tomato, one plant of peppers. Just give it a try. And that's the thing. Even if you do have a garden, a lot of people say, okay, now what? They don't even know how to create healthy snacks or meals with the vegetables and or fruits that they're growing. So definitely be talking about that a lot more coming up, but just wanted to throw that out there, that we're talking about teenagers' brains and the nutrition aspect of it. So maybe I'll find some nutrition experts and do a video series on that, maybe do an interview and put it up here on YouTube. So anyway, those are my thoughts for today. I will talk to you soon. Take care and wishing you health, wealth, happiness, and freedom.